We're now going to move to the geothermal portion of the presentation and hopefully shed some light on geothermal installations and applications. Again, just to recap, geothermal heating is harnessing the natural thermal energy within the Earth's crust for water and space heating type applications. I was online and viewed on the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's website a great quote that I thought I wanted to share, that the EPA said the most energy efficient, environmentally clean, and cost-effective space conditioning systems today is geothermal. The foundation of why they put that quote on their website is because geothermal, unlike solar, doesn't require sun energy to be able to efficiently heat and cool the home. We're now relying on the Earth's energy. And in central Pennsylvania, the Earth's energy, or the Earth's crust, is going to be about a 54-degree constant temperature regardless of our season, and also regardless if it's sunny outside or it's the middle of the night. So whether it's summer, spring, fall, winter, we're going to have a 54-degree ground temperature to work with to harness the energy to provide our heating and cooling needs. There's going to be two different types of applications for geothermal that we're going to talk about. First being water-to-air type applications. This is probably the most conventional or the most commonly used geothermal installation. It's the means of actually using the geothermal or the Earth's energy to provide forced air heating and cooling. So we're going to take the ground temperature and utilize the ground temperature on a water-to-air type application to provide our heating and cooling needs. The second type of application of geothermal is water-to-water. Water-to-water differs from water-to-air in the means of we're using the Earth's temperature, the Earth's energy, to actually transfer it into a medium such as water. So it's a water-to-water system. Some examples of water-to-water systems are a system where you have an existing home with hot water baseboard in it. We can actually convert those type of systems from a fossil fuel boiler heating system to a geothermal heating system. We can actually transfer through the Earth's energy into a geothermal system and then go ahead and transfer that hot water into your baseboard system. So hopefully defining those two applications differently, a water-to-air geothermal system is we need a duct system to provide the heating and cooling for the home. Whereas a water-to-water, we need something in an existing home, or we need to add something to a new home that we can transfer the Earth's temperature into a medium, then actually use it for heating. Another difference between the two is a water-to-air system is going to provide our heating and cooling needs, and a water-to-water system is only going to provide our heating needs. There's 4 different geothermal installation types that we're going to talk about. The first being the Daflure preferred heating and cooling installation. That is a vertical closed loop type system. The vertical closed loop is the Daflure preferred for 2 reasons. And you can see on the application or the illustration that we're going to take Mother Nature out of the equation. It's a closed loop, so we're going to be utilizing a antifreeze type solution in the well tubing. We don't care if we hit water, and we're also not going to need a large amount of ground or acreage to provide the well infrastructure needed for heating and cooling your home. So if you're in an existing home in a subdivision on a 1/4 acre lot, a vertical closed loop application gives you the ability to heat your home with geothermal. Moving on to the second type is a horizontal closed loop. It's a great way, efficient way of heating and cooling your home, but we need a fair amount of ground to do, and you can see from the illustration, you need to do horizontal trenches to get your ground loop into the ground, into the trenching, which would provide your heating and cooling. The third type is a pond closed loop. This, not many of us have ponds, but if you did, is a very efficient means of heating and cooling the home through a closed loop means of submersing well tubing to the bottom of a pond. If you have this is a great way of going, but not too many of us have the space to add a pond, nor do we already have an existing pond on the property. The fourth type of installation is an open loop geothermal installation, sometimes referred to as pump and dump. Probably our least favorite installation type. The only reason being is that Mother Nature plays a huge role in this type of installation. If we have a summer that we might not have much rain and have a drought, and your water tables change, and the amount of water that we were pulling out of your open loop pump and dump system changes, it also changes the ability to cool and or heat your home. Worst case scenario is that well actually going dry, and now you have no means of heating and cooling the home. That's why the previous 3 type of installations were all closed loop, and those are going to be the preferred measure or preferred installation type because we can take Mother Nature out of the equation. We're now going to talk about an investment range for geothermal installations. And for the purposes of the range that I'm going to provide, I am going to include a duct system, a well system, and the geothermal piece of equipment. The range of installation could be anywhere between $14,000 and $30,000 per system. The disclaimer to that would be is if you already have one of the pieces of the puzzle, and I'm going to define the pieces of the puzzle as 1 being the wells, 1 being the ductwork, and then 3, the third being the actual piece of equipment, that range could change a little bit. The beauty of geothermal upfront investment is it's pretty easy to provide a return on investment, and in central Pennsylvania with the current utility rates, most individuals will see their investment come back to them over a 7 to 10 year period of time. What are some advantages of geothermal? Geothermal is the highest efficiency of any system type available today. There's no outdoor equipment, so what does that do? That drives our system life expectancy to a higher level. The average life expectancy of a forced air residential heating and cooling system is probably about 12 to 14 years. With geothermal, you're going to find that very often you're going to have system lifespans of 20 plus years. It's all electric, so there's no flue, there's no fumes, and there's no combustion. There's very low maintenance. It's environmentally responsible. Again, it's a green type product. It can provide you a portion of your domestic hot water. So whereas solar thermal might only provide our means for domestic hot water, geothermal can provide our heating needs, our cooling needs, and a portion of our domestic hot water heating needs, all within the means of one cabinetry. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to listen to the presentation today. We look forward to earning your business, and for any additional solar or geothermal questions that we might not have answered today, please click on the red Contact Us button on the top of our webpage.